Why, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Feels like it's been ages since I've streamed. I don't know why. I'm also just like experimenting with different times to stream. So I'm like, oh, what will happen if I stream earlier? Will I be more energized than normal? I guess we shall see. Thank you for the lurk, monk. I need something to wake me up. I did not have any caffeine today. I had a icy with my nuggies, so let's get. Jesus, this game is so loud. Let's get on to episode 3. Yeah, it does feel long, honestly.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion,
I'm gonna turn this
why
down a
would your mother
little
remain
bit.
in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now.
Leave me alone!
Everything. Even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search
I vaguely remember what happens in this game. Or what we've already done.
I'll be leaving
Vaguely.
now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with 2 faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What the fuck? Okay. It's been a day. It has definitely been a day. My next readings. Well, I have 3 I can equip, and I only have 3 to equip. This game still feels a little loud. My day started off with, like, looking at the Facebook comments of the video that I posted in the Katsucon group and experiencing some of the most brain-dead comments I've ever seen. Like, oh god. It just irks me. I talked to Ben about this earlier. It just irks me when you completely judge a video based off the video title and go into a full essay about it and then just not even watch it.
So you've come at
What the fuck?
Easy.
What is this
Let me
thing I
turn
have
around.
over here? What is this? Disconcerted? When the fuck did I get this? I forget what the buttons are to stores effort. Oh, it's this one. There we go.
My God, Mother, what has happened to you?
Who are you?
What? But Mother,
But mother.
Who are you?
it's me, Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
This is an unhealthy family
One day
situation
you
here.
will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
Hello?
Remember Al-Azif?
I was sure.
Fuck.
Where's the book, Mother?
So that's what you want. Well, you will never find it.
Oh
Emily
god.
died for
Oh
it.
god.
Into her.
You are evil incarnate.
This is going well immediately.
Mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
I don't wish you any harm. Really, Mother.
What the hell did I get here now? Exhausted? Oh my god.
It's me, Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are. What was the saying I taught you?
Oh
You've been
Jesus.
telling it to me since I was 3 years old, Mother. How could I ever forget it? Always keep your mind logical.
This is... What?
And open.
Knew it.
Absolutely
Smart.
finessed her.
You're getting me muddled up. Tell me, Raph.
Oh, for fuck's
Whose
sake!
place were we at when I told you I was coming here?
Mother, I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Oh God. I think von Bochter, was that his name? Oh God. There's too many names here. How is this like Cookie Run? I mean, I've never played Cookie Run, but ugh. Do I have anything like that can tell me? Can I cheat somehow? I think it's Bochter. But I'm only like 40% confident on that one. Oh, God. I'm just gonna go randomly then.
I just told you, you can't trick me. His name was von Borchert.
Okay!
God, everything is lost then. I refuse to believe it's really you.
What the
Louis.
fuck, bruh?
Otherwise, all this would be for nothing.
Mother, I don't know what happened to you, but don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. I'm here for you and...
No! I ordered you not to come with me.
I received a letter and...
You can
Lord
put the
Mortimer
gun down,
informed me of your
please.
disappearance. So I took the...
No! 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 It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
Oh, shit. She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer. It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
Mother, I don't know what you're imagining, but...
She is tweaking.
Everything will be all right.
She's
If you're
on the
worried
perk.
about what I might think about Elizabeth Adams, honestly...
Oh, Louis. Elizabeth is the last of my worries right now. I did what I could for her, but it was too late. Very well. Logical and open, Louis. Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange. Do you want to tell me about your relationship with Elizabeth Adams?
Louis, I don't know what you found out, but just know that I did everything I could to help her.
Sure, I believe
I'm sure
you.
did, Mother. I'm not judging.
I don't actually believe her, chat.
What she had to put up with was slowly gnawing away at her. Now shut up and listen to me. We might still have a chance.
Unlock Guardian. You gain 1 skill point in occultism. Okay.
Something of utmost importance is going to play out right here.
What are you talking about?
A conference, Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Since this morning.
Perfect. The conference will be able to begin. You will attend this conference, and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis.
All right.
Understood?
Uh-huh.
Louis, I made a mistake.
I was just let her talk.
In the lion's den. Mortimer, Holmes,
Just
their guests. Watch what happens. Do you think it's normal that the representatives of the most
This is what happens when my
nations are
family
here
members are talking to me. I
all
just
alone
stare at them
without
and let them
anyone else,
talk.
on an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis, they shape the world. They
Average
manipulate
family
us.
Thanksgiving.
Everything is decided here and now. They create and break
Absolutely.
states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their leaders. Open your eyes.
Oh, right, of course.
Nothing is impossible for them. They are capable of reaching everyone, wherever they may be. Through high society banquets, they modeled the future of us all. And it
This
isn't
feels
at
like
all
your
an issue
estranged
for them.
uncle
And?
complaining about the
What do you
Illuminati
propose?
to you.
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference, and from the inside, you'll do everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk later. I'll explain everything.
But why?
Do as I say, Louis. It's of the utmost importance.
I am your mother. You must do everything I say.
Anything stand
I
in the
say.
way.
You promised me that after.
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going.
Good Lord.
One more thing, Mother. Emily Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
Uh-oh.
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of our worries.
Okay, then. What if I just stay out here and just not attend this conference? Just seeing if there's like anything extra I can pick up before I head in there, because I used quite a bit of my resources. Oh, I see something over there. Good, got more jelly. Yeah, I think Mother might be definitely going off the deep end. My inventory is full. Next skill use is free. Oh god! Oh god, okay, that's timed. Oh fuck, I used the wrong one! Fuck. Shit. I don't even know what the other one did. Crap. Yeah, this automatically gave me the bad ending. Alright, let me quickly skedaddle in there. The fuck was it? I hear the noises.
This is Cersei.
Oh. Oh, crap. Ah, this is not the way in. And I went the wrong way again, I think. Well, I just wasted that. This is fine. I don't even know where this conference is. Oh, there's something.
The Last Supper.
Oh.
By Leonardo da Vinci.
The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples. There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Oh. Oh, I can't even pick this up. Mysterious note. Okay, I think I just filled up my... No, I still have only 3 golden elixir, but I filled up everything else.
Mr. Dorichet, you are expected at the conference. Please take the door to your left to join the guests.
I see. Okay. Did I... Also, what is this red thing here? Intoxicated? Dialogue timer is hidden? The The fuck? You've got to be kidding me. I guess I got that drinking too many at once makes you drunk. Ooh, those chairs look so uncomfortable. Literally looks like I'm sitting on cinder blocks. My ass is gonna be frozen and bone deep into it 3 seconds in. Alright, well.
Amber crystals.
Let's see what I can pick up here before I start talking to people.
Your conjecture is totally wrong.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol water.
I have already told her so once, by your desire.
Are you quite sure, sir? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry at being spoken to.
But it is not sound.
I couldn't pick it up because you've got to be kidding me.
No, it is not sound.
Your conjecture is totally...
The
I assure you.
I have suspected it for some time, but now I am convinced.
I have already told her so once, by your desire.
Are you quite sure, sir? Is there not a
okay, I did pick it up.
mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry at being spoken to.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Just picking up all the loot over here.
Certainly, sir. Allowing the case, however, to stand according to your representation, you must prevent.
What is this? Oh, that's a lot of royal jelly. Okay, I think I've went completely around the room. Okay, so golden elixir I just got, so I'll remove that. Okay, I think I've got everything. Well, do I just start talking to people?
My son, glad you're here. It seems Lord Mortimer's been waiting for you to arrive before beginning. What a pity your mother isn't here for the conference. I hope I'll be able to see her before I leave. I still have
You know, he's only
to give to her.
slightly creepy.
Louis, you look like you're miles
I
away.
was just intoxicated.
Don't worry.
Lord Mortimer wants to talk to you, Louis. Don't make him wait.
Alrighty then. What if I talk to this dude?
I don't know if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is
I've been
waiting for
told.
you. I suggest you get a move on.
That I think that there was a competition to make the ugliest characters possible, and
I sense
they
there are
definitely
things
won,
you'd
whoever
like
they
to
were
say,
competing
but
with.
Something's holding you back. What is going on between you two?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions.
Why does he act like a grumpy teenager?
Realizing as I became lost. The siren's song, Monsieur de Richet. You wake up one morning, not knowing where you are, and you think about everything you've done for a man who wasn't even worth it. For a man who has no respect for you, who uses you.
No
who drops
respect.
as soon as he no longer needs you. For me, it's too late now. But you still have a choice. Don't respond to his call, sir.
Okay then.
But it is not sound.
Good evening, gentlemen. Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin.
That is what we have all been waiting for.
He literally
I believe
looks
that
and
Lord
sounds like a rat.
Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him. Are you quite
I get it. Everyone said go talk to Mortimer. All right.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you.
It's Ben's
Thank you
favorite
for
character,
joining
George
us.
Washington.
We're about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly. But what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
Do you think he
That
personally
is
knows
indeed what was
Funny
originally
Valentine?
intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to
Makes
join
sense.
in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry. You are not alone, Louis.
Very well.
Well, let's start.
Louis, let me keep you a moment. I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin.
Ooh, a
because
secret.
I'm going to need your assistance. You see,
Are we
the project
manipulating
I'm going
people?
to present concerns the territory of Louisiana.
The Louisiana Purchase. I know about this.
Currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition
I'm about to
the
alter
Assembly
history.
for it to become French.
But how does that concern me?
Well, you see, I prepared this project with your mother. We began thinking about a
I love the
crazy idea.
diabolical music just for the
Unfortunately,
territory of
Sarah didn't
Louisiana.
listen before getting the bigger picture.
Ah,
I don't intend to
yes,
stop
Louisiana.
at Louisiana. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then
Ooh, this sounds like
double
finessing.
the size of their territory.
I like
And
finessing.
that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
But why spread it over 2 phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign. Manuel Godoy is perfectly aware of President Washington's appetite. If the United States...
Why does he just stand there like that? He's like,
would know full well
if
that
only
we'll have
peanut
lost
butter
the
was
entire
invented
North
right
American
now,
continent.
I would have a nice
This
sandwich.
must take place in several stages.
I don't think peanut butter was
Otherwise,
invented yet, right?
change will be too brutal.
I think we're way
and
too
you will have
far
no choice but to
before
reject
for peanut butter, right?
Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now.
I'll do my
I
best.
must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat. Follow the discussions. We will have an opportunity to catch up later.
All right,
and
can I
you'll
take
be able to
open
let me
notes?
know your thoughts.
Blast it, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
My friends, I propose we get started.
How do I know which seat is mine?
First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us,
Among
please
us.
welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur. I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the
Do
protection.
do we really need this?
The order has
Yeah,
proved
throw shade at my mom,
particularly
Ratface.
inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, As far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me.
Why does he move like that?
If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
Influencers not doing their job.
Thank you all. I'm
just gonna ignore him.
You today.
Like a typical
I will
YouTube
strive
comment
to
section.
represent the interests of the Order as best I can.
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer. But I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the east coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale.
It is not for sale!
I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of
Louisiana is very
Louisiana.
scary.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians,
We
but...
shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not the question.
That's not very appropriate.
Duke, these savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet. That does not stop your dear France from massacring them and sending them like cattle to Mr. Washington's cotton plantations to provide him with cheap labor. So you keep your morals to yourself, if you please.
Damn.
Senor, I would not like to be associated with that. The subject of black slaves in the United States of America is a complex subject, which we shall resolve at a future date.
Yeah, complicated, yeah.
France is not without fault, but that doesn't take away Spain's responsibilities. You see, Native Americans are being subjected to a veritable ethnic cleansing. Europeans are colonizing their land so that it then belongs to them. The widespread evangelization of its inhabitants will soon eradicate a multitude of cultures. You've done the same thing in South America. How far will white people go? Reservations to pin them in like cattle? Total genocide?
Come now, my friends. Let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls, Louis. We bring the good word to them in order to save them. You'll see. Colonization brings with it many benefits.
I disagree.
Eminence, I shall continue. Duke Manuel, I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protege. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of
Are they
this
more
proposition?
crackery or more peanut buttery? Oh god. That's a lot. I don't have the politics for this. Ah.
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in
Not
my
the
power
guilt tripping.
to calm your expansionist fervor. France in Louisiana should persuade you not to attempt
50% more crackery
by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I
George.
understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I
Well,
doubt
I didn't
the
have the
Holy
politics
See
skill.
would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Well, let's see what happens here.
Your Eminence, have no fear over that. I am
Oh,
sure
fucking
France
hell.
will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend.
What is this here? One unusable effort point.
How can you come out with such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival? If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a
Huh?
questo
I need a
giovanotto
translator.
presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
I hope that you will teach this pretentious young man some manners, Sir Gregory. It looks like I won't be just making friends here.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen.
Oh, I gotta learn German too?
Akzeptieren.
I assure you, Emily, the Prussian will never accept this agreement. Volner looks like he's set on ruining Mortimer's plan.
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the
Hello.
volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
Holm, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare
Gentlemen,
Oh, this is going good.
remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos. That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that
We've
your
only been talking for like
project
5
will
minutes.
never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me. Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the people here.
At the risk of displeasing you, my lord, I'd rather follow Sir Gregory. I don't think this is a place for the order.
Louis, no.
Let him go.
Louis,
Then
no.
Everyone is free to choose.
This plane is going to shit anyway.
How can he be so blind? If he keeps this up, he'll lead our countries to their destruction.
Don't worry, we shall counter him, Sir Gregory.
We have to act immediately.
Calm down, Gregory. We only have to vote against his project, and that's it.
They haven't got a chance. Just one vote will suffice.
True. There is no chance of a unanimous vote. And he knows it. He must be preparing something else.
Ooh, do we be a backstabber? Fuck it.
I know about his plan.
What did you just say, Louis?
His aim is for the United States to take the whole of the North American continent.
But that is impossible.
A democratic superpower. I don't understand.
Got him.
That has nothing to do with the coming vote.
He will ask for France to take over Louisiana and then hand it over to the United States, and so double the size of their territory.
Once that's done, he will just need to push a bit more, and you will lose North America, Duke Manuel.
God's blood! Has he gone mad?
No, Johann. He has
I'm
always
rewriting
been
the
mad.
United States history as we speak.
Louis, I would like to thank you for what you've just revealed. If not for you, I don't know if we'd have been capable of deciphering his plans quickly enough to be able to counter him.
What are we going to do now that we know about it?
Destroy him.
No!
That sounds
You beat
violent.
him at his own game, my friends. His plan begins with Louisiana, which is still yours, Duke Manuel. He will begin with you. Expect to receive an envoy, French most probably. He will try to convince you by every possible means. Whatever he says, whatever he promises, you have just one response. It's war. If war is what you want, war is what you'll get. And on your own territory, in your homes.
Is this face crackling?
Spain will join the coalition against France and declare war. You too, Duchess Hillsborough. You will speak to the Queen so that Great Britain commits to going to war with France.
What do you expect from the Papal States, Sir Gregory?
What do you think? That they hold a mass? They will go to war, of course.
War! Everybody, go to war! Destroy the entire country!
Declare war on France.
Everything! Destroy it! War!
And financially.
And me, Sir Gregory? How can I help?
Louis, you have won my trust. The Order will have to act in France, but even before that, I'm going to need you. Right here and right now. Leave me now. I have to prepare for tomorrow. Let's meet early tomorrow morning for the next phase of
We're just all gonna carry in guns and start blasting.
Louis, I'd like to see you a moment, please. Thank you for signing with me today. I won't forget it. I'm going to need you. Help me counter Mortimer on his own ground. Right here. I'm sure he'll try and win some of you over. He needs our votes. Now, you leave that to me. In the meantime, I must ask you to go and see President Washington and persuade him to trust me and join us.
All right.
I'll do my best.
You should go right away. There's no time to lose. William already has a head start on us.
Very well. I'll go right away.
Okay then. Anything I can steal in here?
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Oh god, he's just standing there menacingly. Alrighty then, I guess I will take my leave. 'Cause I don't see anything else I can steal. Oh, whose room is this? Oh. This is not the...
Dante's paradise.
This is nobody's
Raise your
room.
head and be reassured. For what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Oh. Just knocked a bunch of fruit over. Hello?
Hey, Peru's name tag's fallen off, and his door's ajar.
Ah, a little investigating wouldn't hurt.
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
My dear little Eleanor, I wanted to share with you my calmer thoughts of the moment. Needless to say how much I miss you and how much I regret having to be separated from you. But I know you'll be virtuous, courageous, and safe with your sister, Marie-Helene. Oh god, I don't know French. I will never be able to mend my mistakes, but I know now. That's... No, you should never have a sentence with no and now next to each other. Dyslexic nightmare. To save you... form their consequences. I hope that's supposed to be from their consequences. This is a dyslexic nightmare here. Once and for all, be always assured of my fatherly devotion and affection. Never doubt it. Come what may. You must know that everything will turn out for the best now. I am determined to protect you from whatever the price I have to pay, and so be confident and serene in times of ordeal. With all of my love, your ever proud father. Yeah, the public education is definitely failing us. Ooh.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Don't mind if I do.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent.
Oh, but you couldn't read the other one.
These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Oh.
Dear Monsieur, I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. Dear Monsieur Peru, I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Did I pick up the thing that... Okay, I did. I was about to say, might as well not let a free one go unused.
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris. And there's some well-known names on it.
Ah, you
This
know,
is
just
valuable
snooping, it's fine.
information. This shouldn't be lying around.
Yeah, I'll just take it for safekeeping. Okay, I think I have everything. Oh, wait, there's something here. Golden elixir is full. Surprisingly enough, it's full. It's usually the one I'm always, like, lacking in. Alright, well, it's time to go. Surprised he didn't stop me or like somehow come into my room. Or come in to the room. Alright, George Washington. We have to convince him that stands exist. Whose room is this? Oh, it's my room. It's not George Washington's room. To beware of someone named Diego. Stand is the national anthem. Where is Washington's room? Is this it? Yes, it is. George Washington. Are you home? Full of full of golden elixir. Guess he won't mind if I snoop.
I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to share you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward
Yeah,
to
this is
seeing you
actually
soon.
William Shakespeare.
Your friend, William.
Gotta love the fire ASMR we got going on here. Is that a key? Small key. Can't go out to the balcony. Oh, God. Alright, I was full on golden elixir. Do I sit here and wait for him?
Locked.
Bruh. I thought I was trying to convince George Washington, not, like, steal shit from him.
President's personal reserve of laudanum, and judging by the quantity, you can't go without it. Ah, there's also a letter.
Not the president addicted to the perk. Oh, what? Again, some of these, they're red and some of them they're not. Dear Mr. President, I'm returning my answer as quickly as I can. We already spoke about it before you left, but I note that things have not improved. I urge you to follow my advice and stop taking laudanum immediately. I am already looking for a substitute, but I'm afraid you won't wait. Your excessive consumption is in danger of definitely impairing your chances of securing your next mandate. Your addiction is jeopardizing the exercise of your office and duties, my friend. I regret I see no other solution but to stop your daily intake. Yours truly, Dr. W. Thompson. President. Well. I got some actions out of that. Am I... Oh, there's a book up here. Inspector's Journal. Am I supposed to wait for him? Like, what? What am I trying to do here? Can't go out there. Oh, there's a box.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Oh, well. I can't use it. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. He's not in here. Is he not in his room? Like... Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
What are you doing in my room?
Well... Flatter him? I can't pretend that I heard a burglar. Let's try flattering
I
him.
wanted to have a word with you, but just between ourselves. Here, the walls have ears.
You're right. Caution is the mother of safety. Well, since
Okay, that worked.
Can I get you something to drink?
No, thank you, Mr. President.
As you wish. Well, Louis, it's getting late, and this is not my first conference, so let's get straight to the point. You are here to motivate me to change sides.
I have decided not to follow Mortimer.
I noticed. Every man must make his own choice. What can we say? That's the political game. And you did not commit to supporting Mortimer, so there's nothing for you to feel bad about. So, what can I do for you?
Well... I can't speak about the plans. I don't know his weaknesses. This is kind of an L.
Mr. President, I don't believe it is necessary for me to motivate you at all. It's simply in your best interest. I was there at the conference, remember? Now, to put it bluntly, Mortimer announced a project that offers absolutely no interest for you. You said so yourself.
My young friend.
Okay.
I must admit that Lord Mortimer did surprise me earlier. Anyway, you haven't really said what you wanted to say. Tell me, Louis, what have you come here to sell me?
You should join home.
And why would I do that?
Yeah, we could do that.
This meeting might be familiar to you, but for me, I must admit,
Fuck,
it's
God damn it.
all a bit over my head.
It's only natural, Louis. But you are managing rather well for a first-timer. You've chosen the wrong allies, that's all.
I hope my mother doesn't hold it against me if I made a mistake. Anyway, if Lord Mortimer does succeed, it would be no mean feat. Did he tell you what he would gain from it?
What do you mean?
Well, Mortimer's plan has been meticulously prepared for many years, I imagine.
Of that you can be sure.
It's only natural, and his plan leaves nothing to chance.
No, that's what...
He never commits his own fortune, let alone his reputation, since you're the one who takes center stage here.
In fact...
Whether he wins or loses, everything is arranged so that he comes out of it intact.
Yes,
you've got to hand it to him, though. He's a master at putting together a plan which puts himself at no risk.
That's true. Don't worry, you can trust him.
Of course. I'll bet he's invested in a river transport company on the Mississippi or
somewhere. Am I gaslighting right now?
It's true, I had never thought
manipulation?
About what he might have to gain. Tell me what Sir Gregory has to offer that I don't already have with Lord Mortimer.
Oh my god. Alright,
You are a man of conviction, Mr. President.
America, you've got to care about it.
The American people very dearly. If Mortimer falls, he will bring the United States down with him. Haven't the American people suffered enough?
I would never do anything that would put my people in danger.
Exactly. Therefore, choose your allies wisely, sir.
I must admit, your arguments do make sense, Louis. Louis, you convinced me. I congratulate you for your performance, because I didn't think it could happen.
I merely
Look at
exposed
me.
the facts.
I got this shit.
Don't spoil everything with your false modesty now. You really were very good, and that's that. In any case, I shall follow you on this one.
Shout out
This
to
may
the
well
American
arouse
people
Lord
and
Mortimer's
Funny
wrath,
Valentine.
But I must put the United States before anything else. Have we finished, Louis?
Absolutely, Mr. President. I shan't keep you any longer.
Oh, I pulled out the
shan't.
Good night, Louis. Get some rest. Tomorrow will be a very big day.
Well, that's one thing out of the way. Only thing left to do is...
Ah,
wait for
crap.
the
I can't go
conference to
back
resume
and get the other
tomorrow.
shit. Well, let's see if there's anyone else's rooms I can go into and steal shit from. Ah, shit. Oh, this is different. Oh, oh.
Good evening, Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor.
Ah,
Am
you
I
used the word.
disturbing you, perhaps?
That's a word.
That's not what I said.
Ah, by the way, congratulations on choosing Sir Gregory this evening. You surprised me. I wasn't expecting it.
Why, Emily, can't you read me like an open book?
Not as well as you read me, it would seem.
I'll teach you if you'd like.
There's nothing I'd like more.
Tell me, are these
Good
visits
evening.
to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no.
I don't even know what
Your sister
is
doesn't
happening
normally
here.
Disappear like she has. Any news of your mother?
I've seen her, Emily.
What? When was that?
A little earlier, just before the conference. She was hiding.
And did you manage to speak to her?
She's not the same. I don't know what's been happening to her, but she's changed. I found her in a deplorable state with one of her hands cut off.
I can trust her, right?
Bordering on delirium.
What? Did you say one of her hands was cut off?
Yes, I did.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
She wouldn't say.
And did
She didn't
take
think
it
I was
that
her own
she-
son.
Why she shot Emma?
No. Unfortunately, we were unable to broach the subject. She seemed terribly upset, Emily. There's something strange going on here. She was fearful of something or someone.
Excuse me, Louis, but until we see proof of the contrary, she's the one who is sowing death everywhere she goes. We are the ones who ought to be fearful.
I know.
No, I apologize for that remark. Who do you think she's hiding from? Mortimer?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know
I
anything.
don't want to pile it on, but I would understand her feelings there. You ought to be wary of Mortimer. He's a manipulator, a liar,
Ooh.
a coward.
Ooh, the tea.
His
The
responsibility
tea is piping hot.
What happened between you two, Emily? You're so radically against him.
Can we change subject, please?
No, but the tea was
I'm
hot.
here to go through all that again.
Of course.
Oh, then what did I come here for? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Hey, yo! Wait, we were talking about tea, now we're making it. Whoa! Hey, yo! How did this happen? What? Oh. Alright. Oh, I went to bed alright.
My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him.
He looks like he can be trusted.
Why isn't he with us? He was opposed to Mortimer.
I'll wait and see.
Yeah, I gotta sleep fully clothed.
Still not sure of his position.
And Duchess Hillsborough. Why isn't she here?
She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her.
Gotta have some faith, Arthur.
He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king.
Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing, to keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim.
He has been serving Mortimer for quite some
This
time.
is the worst nut we've
It
ever
won't
bust.
be easy to
This is our dream right here.
I have asked Monsieur de Richet to approach him. Let us have faith in him. I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
Yet he is Mortimer's strong arm in France.
He knows his time has come, and I believe he's intelligent enough to realize it means he is no longer any use to Mortimer. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
He looks like he's about to pass out.
I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
Huh? Okay then.
Emily? Emily? Are you there?
Oh no.
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are
I haven't even had any breakfast.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
Oh god. Here we go again.
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning. So,
Ooh, the sass.
otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
When are you
Let
cosplaying
me
him, Ben?
assure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
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 And you, Luc Manuel?
Against, of course.
Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's project, despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What?
What is happening in her chair?
Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
Don't tell me I wasn't special.
And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington.
What?
What is
Was I played?
Well, you see, Monsieur Bonaparte, I would rather you'd have forgotten me for a minute. William, I am sorry, but I cannot follow you this
Dang, bruh.
George? What?
I am against William. Please excuse me. I cannot commit the United States to such an enterprise. It's just too risky.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick.
Oh god.
What?
You are pathetic!
Hello!
Drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My Lord Duke this, and Madame Duchess that.
Is he okay?
That we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Camille!
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished.
Hello?
I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
We're gonna intervene on that.
Richet, you just can't help it, can
Only
you?
chance.
Stop trying to play the hero, man.
Man!
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things.
Oh God!
Blame yourself.
What is happening here?
Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of
Who
yourself
wrote
again.
this, bruh?
Fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need. I'm sure we can work things out.
But you don't know him.
Let's stay united, Jacques. He's nothing without us.
This ain't real.
Trust me. This is not who you are. You're better than that.
You don't know me.
Yes, I do. I know you're no coward. So give me your weapon, please.
But
There's nothing to fear. I'm right here.
I don't want him to talk to me.
Don't worry.
He literally just sounds like Wolverine. Professor X.
Monsieur Peru.
I can't do this anymore.
Someone if Monsieur de Richet here hadn't stopped you. Your behavior is
Savior. Ooh, look at that title. Oh, I didn't even see this one. Alliance Breaker. Gain +1 in politics. Gain 1 point in psychology.
You would do better to go and rest in your apartment. My friends, we shall continue the conference later. I would like to apologize for the inexcusable behavior of my guest. We all need to recover from all of
We
this.
literally had another 5-minute meeting.
Take the rest of
And
the
then
day.
we're like, alright, hold on. Well. Success. I convinced George Washington. I saved Jacques Peru. I slept with Lady Hillsborough. I chose to follow Sir Gregory home. I reassured Sarah de Richet. I participated in the conference. Alternate paths. I could have found out Jacques Peru's secret. I could have followed Lord Mortimer. I could have found out a secret from Napoleon Bonaparte. I could have found out about Sir Gregory home. Okay. None of these skills that I have are anywhere kind of close to being completed. But you know what? Let's be able to manipulate people. Sure. And I have 4 available. Let's do 1 point there. And then... there we go. Alright. Wait, I have 1 more. Guess I'll just put it in psychology. Dangerous stakes.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves.
Whoops.
Well, once again, it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Yes, that was very noble of you, Louis.
You have given us all a fine lesson in courage.
Thank you.
I barely did
Owes
anything.
you his life. That's quite something.
I mean, I guess that's true in a sense.
We are providing Monsieur Peru with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Alrighty then. don't think I even have enough things to read. That can't be equipped. That can't be equipped. This can be equipped. Welp. Anything I can steal around the room.
Purple water will give me a little reprieve.
I'll talk to you in a second, sir. Swear, like, there was so much royal jelly around, and now I'm, like, kind of running out of it.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its own form? Charming.
It's a part of the Kings and Queens update of Minecraft. I saw Minecraft Dungeons, or whatever it was called, is going to be free next month for PlayStation Plus. Is it time to get on my Minecraft grind? I just read this shit right in front of him. I thought that was a dead fish just on his desk. Alright, I guess we'll talk to him.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
This bird, I forgot about
I
him!
would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his
I have not played a single Diablo game.
I don't want him
Sedated
trying
him.
to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
Tell me, my lord, can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply unable to put things into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself. Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew
Makes
noticeable
sense.
in his work.
I can't take any of this conversation seriously with this bird just whistling in the background.
To threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis.
Oh, one more thing.
What a pity you didn't support me during the conference. I hope I can count on you on the day of the vote. This major project needs men like you, Louis.
And you never know, right? Maybe by then, I'll see things differently.
Well, thank you for allowing me to believe in that possibility, Louis. From here on, I shall make it my mission to persuade you to change your vote.
Be my guest. But I hope your
Smell my
arguments
shorts.
are very, very persuasive, because I'm not the only one who isn't on your side.
Oh, rest assured, I am working on it.
Very well, then. I'll see you later, my lord.
Smell them, eat them, taste them. I could go back to my room, or I could see whose people's rooms I can go into.
Congratulations, Monsieur de Richet. You made the right decision at the conference.
Oh, did I now?
What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you could spare me a moment. I'd like to speak about what happened to Monsieur Peru.
And I, monsieur, would rather not.
Oh, okay, then bye.
Frankly, I believe that he more than deserved his fate. Don't expect me to feel sorry for him.
How could you possibly say something like that?
Ever since I found out that traces incriminating him were found next to Elizabeth's body, you can be sure that given the opportunity, I would have put a bullet in his mouth myself.
Okay, then.
Excuse me. Wrong room.
After all that, I just say, oh, wrong room. Nice. That's how I would also play it off. Is this my room? Maybe? Oh, this is Elizabeth's room. Anything I can pick up in here?
June 11th. 3rd of November. August 24th. My dear Elizabeth.
Alrighty then. Wrong room. Let me out. Is this my room? Oh, this is Washington's room. I know where I'm going. Oh, but he did have, like, elixirs and stuff. So maybe I do want to go pick those up. I think that was the only one he had that I hadn't picked up. Welcome. Yeah, Monk be lurking. I don't know where my... I keep going back to my room, but I still don't know where it is. Can I go visit Emily and be like, did you play me last night? I don't appreciate my feelings being hurt. I thought what we had was special, Emily. Is this my room? It is my room. Okay. That's quite the painting.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening.
I'm still mad about it.
What now?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Mr. President, do you slay?
Louis.
Oh, I say.
Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge your sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Okay. Emily. This is Godoy's room. Don't need his room. Whose room is this? Napoleons. Oh.
Come on, for Christ's sake, Peru. Wake up. Louis.
I was just curious.
Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
Oh, no, not at all. Now,
Just wanted to check on him before I went to go to Emily.
how can I help?
Tell me, what were you two doing?
This is kind of
I'm trying to
sussy
get some
behavior.
sense out of this vegetable, but I'm afraid Mortimer's over-sedated him. He can't even speak. But I'm not beaten yet. I'm sure he will end up telling me everything he knows, and especially where Mortimer's
Thanks for the follow,
hideout
Ed.
is. The manor must be riddled with secret rooms, and I'm sure that Peru knows some of them.
I know one of the secret rooms.
You wouldn't know of any.
Oh, no, just disregard what I just said, sir.
Yes, I know of two.
Oh, I know of two? I was only thinking of the one.
Louis.
Sussy room.
God bless you.
There's one behind the large chimney in the portrait gallery, and the other one's in Mortimer's study.
Tell me about the one in his study. Would you know how to open it?
Certainly. Under his desk, you'll find a pedal which moves the painting behind. You'll see. You can't miss it. Then, you just need to enter 1191 as the code, and the door will open.
Oh, Louis. I will never forget what you just did.
Are we not going to tell him how to get out? Bruh.
Great, honey.
We didn't tell him the way to get out. We only told him the way to get in. It's a completely different story on the way out.
Dear Miss, I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
What's up, homie?
Monsieur! I don't want to. Monsieur Peru! No. I won't. No, touch her. No!
Oh, man. I don't know what Mortimer's given him, but...
Yes, that's a little strong.
Let's see what he has on him.
Treaty of modern interrogation techniques.
He's in a catatonic state. I've seen patients after a major trauma before, but nothing like this. Mortimer has spared no effort to calm him down. I wonder who could have done this to him.
No, he tweaking.
Mortimer gave him something, but even the strongest opiates don't have this effect. It's as if his body is no longer responding.
Sir.
Dilated and unresponsive.
Analyst.
Pulse extremely slow and faint. No reaction to any stimuli. It's the first time I've come across something like this. I don't even know how he's able to stay seated.
I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he's fine.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel.
Tintagel? That doesn't sound like a real place.
So you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival. Lord William Mortimer.
Thank you for the lurk. Ooh, what's out here? I know we're supposed to be going to Emily, but what's all out here, though? There's a door I can open over there. Okay, then. Time to eat all the peanut butter crackers.
It's as if
Hello?
there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this. What are you?
A letter from William Pitt
I
the
should
Younger,
never have told you
addressed to
what
Emily,
That's
the present
works.
Prime Minister of the Devil's
I'm
Thorn,
not that naive.
to be used to
I
uncover
know
the
Jesus,
best
there's so many
of
voices.
states.
Not ate the last one.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. 2 coils circle the lock.
Ooh, a letter.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information.
I'm sure we have time to
I've
read all
managed
this.
to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in stolen art. See you soon. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire, a coin often used during the St. Louis era.
All full on golden elixir. Like, come on,
What
bruh.
on earth is
Hello?
you? Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk after everything I've done for you.
Hello?
I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma.
Uh-oh.
Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this.
Oh my
This
God.
is between you and me. I ask for nothing
This,
more.
there's definitely a
Stop
sus among us.
You prissy little bitch. How dare you? Now
The
that I've
plot
told
is
you
thickening.
everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot. After all the trouble
Help.
I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis.
Huh?
take this.
What do you mean, Louis, take this?
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot. Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her.
Yeah, there's a
trying
clear
to
supply of drugs
Louis,
here.
out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Right!
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival, who was with us on the wharf?
Cardinal Piaggi, who couldn't stop talking. Louis, I already told her about our arrival. I know.
Oh, fuck.
Because I was there. The Cardinal went up. You felt poorly, Louis, and I offered you my handkerchief. I was there.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to.
Ah.
Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll. Before going to bed, I went for a stroll. Did we speak to each other during that stroll?
You must be mistaken. After going up to bed, I went straight to sleep.
Welp.
But she knows all that, Louis. I already told her. Don't think you're going to get away
Wait a minute,
with
what?
this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things
God.
to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at you.
I mean, I think it's the one that's opposite me. Like, in front of me. I don't think it's the one behind me. It doesn't sound like her.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
In the portrait gallery, we found ourselves in a singular situation. What happened to us?
We both went around the manor all night like sleepwalkers, searching. And that's how we found ourselves in Mortimer's private gallery, behind the chimney. That doesn't prove a thing. I told you all that. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade.
Oh, she didn't say charade.
There's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us. Last night, when you came to my room, what exactly did you expect from me?
Exactly what happened. I was hoping you would share your bed with me. What?
Which I did.
And it was delicious, sir. What do you mean? It was delicious. You little slut. What did you do? Believe it or not,
Very
Louis,
well.
out of fear of her jealousy, I didn't tell Emma that we spent last night together. I hate you!
Ah,
That's enough, both
jeez.
of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
The real one's still in front of me. There's no way, right? It's this one.
It's you, Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
Profiler. You think you identified the oh god.
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
One behind just
That's
didn't
enough
sound
now,
convincing.
Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never. I am Duchess Hills.
Oh!
No,
Damn!
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But
You don't. Dear God, what have I done?
Hello, who wrote this?
Done. See?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
I don't know.
You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis.
Damn.
Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
Ripperoni pepperoni. Oh god, what door did I go through?
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly.
Oh,
The
we're in
situation is
Napoleon's room.
rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
Why are we in Napoleon's room?
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Inventory's full of Devil's Thorn. Okay, I think I've picked everything up here. I doubt I can try on his hat.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Should probably go around. Heard something. Oh, is that the door? Oh, I thought that was something to collect. Oops.
God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
How do I get out to the garden? I think it could possibly be this way.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
What do we got in here?
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. All right. I've retrieved everything.
There we go. Can I reach the garden this way? Kind of just going. It's like... yeah, right here. Okay. I figured it out. Now I just gotta get down here. There we go. Mother. Oh, Mother.
Louis!
Hello.
At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and logical. I know you are going to...
That said rational, not logical.
But what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live.
Hello, what kind of dark web 3 a.m.
And that they can influence
Demon
our
Slayers?
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Last of Us?
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
The Boogeyman!
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I
Glad she's just surviving without an arm over here.
Since
Not
then,
even in pain.
I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard
The who?
was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Sure. That's it. I'm guessing is it a secret study? 'Cause there was some weird shit in there.
You understood the Masonic date.
The what?
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
Yes.
His contacts the world over.
Yes. I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand, and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes, written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted
Now I want some
everything
chocolate.
down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
Did I?
Urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good.
I don't remember if I
We'll
did.
deal with it
The
later.
grind set.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel. I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Suspicious.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
Have I now?
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree.
Is my father a
traveled the world
demon?
In search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris,
Sounds like some
I set to studying
anime
these pages.
isekai bullshit.
All my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge.
Sounds like you're trying to go out with Mortimer,
And
Mom.
he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Not
Wait a
Miltimer.
minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with
Five
me
Nights at
once.
Freddy's fanatics?
1741 in Poland, 1749 in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened.
No,
in
no, no,
Venice.
you gotta start telling me.
And that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait. The baby we delivered? You and me?
The baby we delivered at 3 a.m. with the potion we got from the dark web?
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
This shit is
Did I
getting more
remind
and
you
more
the mother
twisted.
Died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight
This is
to
the prequel to
demon.
that.
It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must
Yeah, this
absolutely
is
get off
before
this
bread
island.
was even invented.
All right,
This is just the wheat.
Wait a minute. One last thing.
Since I don't know anything about this.
Did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Oh, can I ask her, like, everything?
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Huh.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams.
They really said, you know, Demon Slayer?
One of the founding
Yeah.
fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Oh, God.
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape
Mother.
with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
Oh my God, there's so much shit.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
Thanks for not touching it.
Did well about that.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that. I shall
No, you don't need to show me. No.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that the Spanish hand over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
That squelching sound. Okay, Monk.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
Jesus. I could have been a witness of Napoleon Bonaparte's revolution. I could have spoken with Piaget about his motivations. I could have learned something from Al-Izif. Success. I protected one of the Hillsborough twins. I tried to understand what had happened to Jacques Perrault when I saw him in his room.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect.
We missed the revolution. It's okay. We can witness the American revolutions and stuff.
In Mortimer's secret study.
Let's cause another country to uprise.
Objects before we try anything.
Are your 6 objects the keys?
Exactly.
That says 5. Why does it keep saying 6?
The nails.
Am I tripping?
Bible, the exegesis of Judas.
That said 6, right? But on the subtitles it said 5.
We need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Oh God.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it.
You lost it?
When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them, though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see.
That's a valid point.
Go to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6646.
What? The subtitle was wrong on that one too. That one's 66466. What the? I don't understand, game. Why does the subtitles keep being wrong?
Famous cross of Clement III.
Perfect. One key found.
Lynx. What is the lynx trait? Oh.
A drachma.
Anything else in here? A lot of coins. More royal jelly. Alright, well. Guess we get out of here. I do that. Oh god, which is the way that I came? Is it this way? Oh, went by the wrong way. I need to go this way. I don't even know where I'm trying to go. God, do I need to, like, search the whole mansion for this shit? Hidden in his desk room? Do I need to go all the way back up to the... Oh, God. They said have a full-on adventure for this last part. Oh crap, I forgot how to get out of here. Alright, where are things? So we have... Oh, God. Tower room, portrait gallery. Where are we? This is the portrait gallery. Secret room of the portrait gallery.
Right. Let's see if the statues are in place yet. The sword toward the Gorgon. That's good. It's in the right place. The lantern is already in the right position. Turned toward the shield. Shield toward the sword. Well, that's good. That statue is not positioned correctly.
I don't remember. There we go.
Open sesame. So that's Pandora's box? An urn? Mother seemed worried that I wasn't able to open it. I wonder why.
Let me just take this real quick.
So that's the exegesis of Judas. I hope Mortimer doesn't read it very often. Otherwise he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it. Caesar's laurel wreath.
Oh, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
Anything else I can take here that I might have missed?
The Ring of the Nibelungs. Even if Mortimer is several centuries old, I don't see what part he has. Right. I've got what I need. Now let's not waste any more time.
Alright. Tower room. I need to figure out where anything is in here.
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me. Otherwise, I risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings. Now, where can I find a smaller one? Song of Roland.
one feeleth his death is near.
Guess I'm done
his
with this
brain is
room.
oozing by either ear.
Okay, I think I'm upstairs. Oh, okay, I need to go up to the... Oh, this is something to take. I need to go up here, right? Yes, no? And then the tower room is over here. Next one. And I'm looking for... Oh, Jesus!
Glad you're here.
Blasted. He's gonna talk about my mother.
Come and see what I've found. There are
Why is it so
pieces of
dark in
paper
here?
In the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to speak to me about what happened between my
Why
mother
is it so dark in
and
here?
Bro sisters. Show me a little.
There's some lights.
It's possible to distinguish two different writing styles.
The rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain there must be more.
Shit. What on earth is he doing?
Manipulate!
If you want my opinion, a servant must have burnt some old papers. That's all.
Why, of course. You very nearly
Fuck.
made me think that you were trying to hide something. No, I'm sure there must be other hidden messages.
He won't let go. He's going to work his way back to the Bible if he continues.
The fuck, bruh? Hi, Monk.
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured. For what comes up here from the mortal world,
Demons, I guess.
The Bible's still there.
a chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Better get more Hatsune Miku merch. Oh, I don't have the right key. Good lord. Was that all that was in there? Yeah, it's Demon Slayer. Alright, we can get out of here then. Alright, so we need the sphere and the nails. I think the nails are in Mortimer's, like, study.
Where do you think you're going? Must turn in the family, Zura.
Nails, oh nails.
Right. This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
It's still gonna make me input the code? Are you serious? could have just done this in a cutscene. I'm probably having ramen.
Of course.
In my day. Eh. What are these nails?
Weaknesses of the Human Psyche by Gilhelm Trimor. Gilhelm Trimor. Trimor. An anagram of Mortimer. Wow. Arrogant enough to publish writings on mental control in full view of everyone. I wonder who he's writing for.
Watch him just pop up behind me.
A hand of tarot cards. I should have learned my lessons in card reading a little better.
Do I really need to read? I just need the nails.
There.
Thank you.
Those are the nails I was looking for. I noticed
Jesus!
they were old and rusty, but I hadn't noticed these traces of. Could that be blood? Is it really the relic of the Holy Cross? I can hardly believe it.
Give me the nails. Yeah. It's been a long day.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Quick.
It's locked.
Is my inventory full for this? Oh god, I can't even. Oh, it's Devil's Thorn.
All right, come on. Let's get out of here. 6466, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so it didn't make me do that one. For this last one, I don't even know where to go for it. Guess I'll just start going to bedrooms. Okay. Well, that dude's in front of that room, so... Napoleon, do you have anything I need in here? I don't think so. Emily, do you have anything I need in here?
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, They have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. T.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Okay.
Grammar
What's
of
miso soup
Ohio.
taste like?
Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least, une partie of it.
Oh. Time to rate how bootleg everything is.
William Pitt the Younger.
Okay, I don't think there's anything
He's the present
in
Prime
here.
Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers.
Madam.
Hello? What kind of restaurant is it? Don't think I've been in this dude's room before.
Purple water will give me a little reprieve.
I got a key. I feel like none of them are ever in the rooms. It's so weird, I just a bathtub in the corner. Oh. Monk, no. I guess it depends on the food, because I'm not the biggest fan of Japanese food. I'm very specific with the type of ramen that I like.
Amber crystals.
Is there nothing else here that's useful? Oh, there's something on... There it is. It's not what I need, but... I don't think it's in this guy's room. Oh, I went this way. Going the wrong way. Whose room is this? That's my room. It's not the room I need to go into. I'll skip Piaggi's for now. I feel like he'd be the one type of dude that's actually in his room. Washington, he's technically not in his room, I don't think, because he was there in the other room that we went in. Whose room is this? I feel like I'm going in a circle. Have I been in this dude's room before? I feel like I haven't. Oh, well, that's what I need.
Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Use your knowledge. IPOU. Oh god. This is Von Wallen's room. What's a 4-letter word? Maybe I should look around. Or just look it up. It's getting hot in here. Might have looked it up. What was added to my inventory? Ooh, mysterious notes. That's how I spend all of my money.
From Roman Gaul.
Those are the maps that Lord Mortimer had on the wall in his room.
Amber crystals.
Don't have a space for Devil's Thorn, but to be fair, I don't use it. I don't even know what that is.
Golden elixir.
Surprisingly, don't have room for golden elixir. Oh, fuck off. Now I have room for golden elixir.
Golden elixir.
Me having any sense of self-control?
The signs of obscurantism.
Funny. Alright, I guess I can get out of here then and go back. Welcome to stream. Gotta find the stairway down. So I have everything. I'm assuming. And no one's gonna just like randomly stop me. Hopefully. I'm totally not up to any no good. I feel like there's an easier way to get into the garden, but I keep going like the long way. See, this is why Monk is my financial advisor. Because I will waste all of my money on shit that looks cool. So many books in here, but I can't grab any of them to read later. Alright, let's head back to Mother. I was worried it was gonna hit me with a drunk status, and I was gonna be upset. Alright. When I started streaming, it was freezing in here, and now I'm melting. Is there anything else I missed in here? Oh, Jesus, it just teleported me.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
Alright, my turn now.
Go ahead. Impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
That's a lot of words. Alright, well, I'll put the cross in the console. Okay. Oh god, what is all this? This is more complicated than any of the puzzles.
Cross is stuck in the mechanism.
No, I didn't want to do that.
Can't do anything.
No. No, I wanted to put the nails in. Where?
I can't do anything.
Is there something else I'm trying to put the nails in? Is it this thing behind? Like... What the fuck, bruh? I'm sorry. It's time to consult a guide. Oh, it's opening. What is all of this?
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Oh, God. What? I cannot tell what any of these icons are supposed to be. Did I do that right? I've consulted a guide, because this is so much. And even the guide, it's so hard to look at any of the pictures. I think it's right. Well, see what happens when I put my hand in it.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck. I never doubted you, my
Let's
son.
go! Yeah, that's how she lost her hand. Jason, my brain has expanded 20 sizes. Also, happy birthday. Success! I got all the keys Mother asked me to find. I found my mother's lost cross. I unlocked the first wheel of the crypt door. I cracked the code of the crypt door. Alternative paths. I could have reviewed the conference results with Manuel Godoy. I have 4 points. Let me just put them in psychology. Let's go. Oh, well, that is the episode. Got 2 more episodes left of this. And we got demons. We got... I mean, to be fair, I looked up some of the things. Because I knew that would have taken me a whole hour to try to figure that one out, and I would have gotten my arm cut off. And it's also... It seems shorter, because the first one, you had 5 chapters with the prologue. The rest of these have 3, and I think this one has 5. So we will do episode 4 next week. And once we finish this, we'll start Resident Evil 3. Because 4 comes out next month. So we definitely need to get a move on playing 3. So yeah, thank you all for coming out and watching. I will see y'all on Wednesday for Fire Emblem Engage at 7 p.m. So I'll see y'all then. Bye-bye.